we're living in an incredible era right now. How we can use the power of social media to get our voices out to more people. Now, I wanted to start this webinar off different, and you guys see I've pulled up Elon Musk here. What do you think when you think of Elon Musk? What do you think? What do people think? What do people hear? I think this is a very good example. The reason why I'm showing you guys this is I just started reading his new book, and it's his biography about his life and what he went through and how he used his imagination to create what he wanted. He saw going to space when he was about 14, 15 years old. He saw this from a long time ago. We really appreciate all the CEOs who are coming in and wanting to build their brand, who are wanting to learn more. We wanted to make this impactful, a short presentation in order on how we can spread our message and voice out to more people. So this is really about how can we dominate in business? How can we dominate in our industry? How can we lead? How can we be the voice? How can we take exactly what we're doing out there to more people? And that's why social media is more valuable than ever. That's why you're in this webinar on really how to have a blueprint. This is the CEO's blueprint to be up and have everything you need in the marketplace so you can position yourself as an expert. So now, when you guys think of Tesla, when you think of Tesla, what do you think of, right? Why do you think so many people went and bought Teslas? Yeah, it's a good car, but they bought it because of the brand. They bought it because of Elon Musk. He can release anything and it will sell immediately. He can go into politics as you're seeing on Google. The reason I pulled up Google is you as a CEO have to Google yourself. And I was on a podcast today, and what she did was she Googled, not, she didn't Google, she put on ChatGPT, who is Sugira Rubasha. So what's happening is ChatGPT is becoming the new search engine. It's replacing Google. People are not going to Google anymore. They're going straight to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT gets your information. So whatever brand you have out there, whatever content you're posting, ChatGPT collects all this data. So now if someone meets you or you come in their pipeline, they're gonna put you on, maybe on put you on ChatGPT. Who are you? And what comes up from ChatGPT is so valuable. How precise, how detailed, how powerful is it? And if you position yourself so well in the game, if you position your authority so well, where wherever you're Googled, wherever you're searched, it comes to exact detail in who you are and what you do and why you're solving problems. What is your solution? That's what ChatGPT understands because of what you're putting out there in the marketplace. So this webinar is powerful for you to just be aware of the mistakes of why people don't do this. I'm not here to sell to you. Look, what we do it to a limited amount of people, amount of CEOs who have the vision, who know where they're going and want to be able to apply this into their life, which is on the implementation side. This webinar is more for the awareness for you to know what you need to do. Where can you go? How can you navigate in this world? And how can you be in the distribution? It's all it is. You need to end up here. You need to end up here in front of your customers. Where is your audience? Where do they hang out? How can you generate leads for your business? So this is a little bit about me. I started doing this again out of passion. I said in a presentation yesterday that passion is your competitive advantage. This was out of passion. This was out of my imagination. I was just documenting my life. And then shortly we generated these numbers, being able to just, how can I capture attention? And that is my father. We started a podcast together. And through that, we started to generate conversations because this is all about how can you use communication. Communication is the most valuable thing you have. And you need to create demand. You need to create demand for what you do. People need to know, look at Valentine's Day. That's the power of marketing. You know Valentine's Day because it's marketed to your face. You see it on your phone. You see it on TikTok. You see it on social media platforms. You see it on television, right? So that's what this is about. What about if you can put out propaganda about your business, about you? What about if you can generate leads while you sleep? The long-term play. This is the long-term game plan because if you like it or not, you're not going to be able to survive in the marketplace without a personal brand. You're not going to survive in the marketplace without a personal brand. It's going to be everything in a day and age where, we're having more technology, more AI, more things that can automate you, more things that can replace you. I always think to myself, how can I be replaced? So I got to be on top of the replacement. I got to be on top of the competition. But when you have a personal brand, people want to come to you for you because they like you. They could even maybe get a better job somewhere else, but they like you because it's all about relationships. So the personal brand is getting people to do that at scale. It's getting to do that at scale. And so what we did with the podcast was we were able to be doing that at scale. How can we build that generational legacy for our family? And so this is a lot of the problems that people have. People have a lack of consistency. I'll give you an example. This webinar today, I had in a place where we're running the business. We are going amazing places. We are working nonstop. And so I got caught up this morning. And then I woke up a little bit late, put my alarm on at 4:30, and then I woke up 4:30, and then I woke up at 6. 6 is still pretty early, but for me, that's late. And so I kind of felt I was behind. And we're doing so many things. We have clients, we have, this amazing vision and organization with our team that can help me be able to run this empire and where we're going. And the point of why I'm telling you this story is consistency is everything. I had every right not to do this webinar. I nearly didn't do this webinar. And you get to a point where you instill values and culture within your business that an amazing team member said to me, we got to go on. The show's got to go on. And that's the same story when it comes to social media. The show has to go on. You need to be on these platforms as much as possible. You need the attention. You need the attention. You need people to see exactly what it is that you do. So a lot of people have this problem that they don't know how to go about it. They're not good with technology. We see it in the marketplace. A lot of baby boomers who are struggling with this. They're struggling with getting around social media. So this is why, to be able to be here, to be able to see how you can learn about this. So you can see how you can learn about this. You can see how you can use this to benefit and change your life, to set that legacy. Because you see here, low visibility, missed opportunities. You are leaving money and opportunities on the table. When you're ignoring your audience, when you're ignoring your audience by not posting, because it means you don't care. It means you're not giving them something of free, of value. So before I explain how this works, you want to think of having this as an ecosystem. When we go back to here, your full marketing strategy, this is a way for you to build an ecosystem around your business, right? So you can put out intellectual property, you can pull out digital assets, right? So you want assets around your business. In the day and age we're living in and where we're going, you want, your intellectual property to make you money while you sleep. And that's what this does for you. When you put it out in the marketplace, all of our videos on YouTube, all of these views, they're going to continue to accumulate. So what does that mean? We have products, we have services that we're selling. What happens if this intellectual property continues to be watched? We could lose all of our clients today, but we have all this intellectual property in the marketplace that is monetizable, that can generate income, right? We have things within our business. Your business can always grow. You build up a new business. You buy a business. If you now learn how to use media, you can match the marketing to the business, maybe fix up customer service, maybe fix up the leadership development, depending on where the state of that business is. And now with the marketing, the fact that you have it in your tool set, you're on your way to achieve great things. And so that's this ecosystem that we're showing you and how to do it. So social media's changed now. It's not the same as it used to be. Right now on social media, this is huge. There's two things. It's a social graph and interest graph. Social graph means, like you see here, your classmate, your friend, your mom, these are the people who see your content. So again, for CEOs, I want you to think, what is it that you're doing? What are the systems that you have in place? What campaign do you have now? What are you thinking of? Okay, are you a SaaS company? Do you want to acquire 50 more leads this month? Or do you have that number that you're trying to reach? I want you to go bigger than that. I want you to go long term than that. What do you want people to think 50, 60 years from now? What do you want people to think of 7 years from now? What do you want to have achieved by that time? What is your legacy? So now when you think about that, this is very powerful for you, because now people see on their feed what they're thinking about, what they like. If they're into golf, they're going to see golf podcasts. They're going to see golf videos. So that AI algorithm knows what people love so well. If they love motivational videos, they're going to see your videos. You have access to the whole world. How many people in the whole world? Billions. You have access to the whole world. So how many people like you who are a CEO? How many people like you who love what you do, who you're solving all of their problems? They can come, and I want you to think of this like you're owning a TV show. So when you're turning on TV, if you're watching Channel 7 or Channel 9, whatever you have it, maybe that's the show that you like and you're going to watch that show. Someone else might not watch that show, but this is what you're doing. You have your own show. People are going to watch you for you. People are going to watch it to learn about your solutions. So it's all about how can you supplement content so people can see who you are. So you just need to make it more findable. So this is why it's changed. So social graph versus interest graph. And now you can really dominate the marketplace with your content because you're serving an audience and you're solving problems for people. So now that you know it's important, now you know that it's valuable. You're in this webinar, you're here on YouTube because you know how valuable this is. You want to learn about it. So this is the tip for you to go and learn about it. So you want to document. I said a podcast earlier today. You want to document what you're doing. You want to show what you're doing. You want to reveal it out to the world. So document is meaning what I'm doing here. I have a camera here recording me do this webinar. I'm documenting it, because now I can still use this as marketing material. I'm not going out of my way. I'm not pulling up a script. I'm doing what I usually do without the camera there. But now that I can turn on the camera, well, that's a game changer. That's a game changer now, because now we can use that as marketing material. Now that we have a team that we can disperse this content once it's documented, once we edit it, and then we create content out of that. What does that mean? I'm going to go jump straight here. This is what we call pillar content. Actually, we'll go here. You want to establish the pillar content. So what do I mean? Okay, you're a CEO. You want to understand, break this down for me. I'm doing this webinar here with you. I have a camera that's recording me doing this webinar. Okay, cool. So now after this recording here of this video, that's behind the scenes of me doing this webinar, which is also content in itself. But now we edit that, we give it to the team, and now this content goes, and it goes in the marketplace into short form content in front of my audience, because my audience are listening to this, or my audience are on social media, and they're going to come and they're going to see this because they want to learn about how to be a better marketer. They want to learn about how to grow their legacy. So they're scrolling through, and it comes back to here. They're thinking about, oh, I need to be I need to be better on social media. I need to grow my brand. I need to improve my systems in how I'm creating content. And when they're scrolling, what are they going to see? They're going to see this. They're going to see me because I documented this. And in this, I'm giving value. I'm talking about what it is I do. I'm talking about the passion and the problems that we're solving. And that person can see it now because they're interested in that. And now they get into my funnel. Now, when they get into my funnel, I'm just giving things for free. I'm giving things of value. I'm talking about how they can document it. I'm documenting it, right? And now what's going to happen? They come into the funnel and they see you. They keep seeing you. They keep seeing you. They do this. This is what they do. Let's see where we are from Elon Musk. This is where they do. They Google you. They keep seeing you. Okay, what are the problems that he does? Everywhere they go on social media, wherever your audience is, they're seeing what you've done here by documenting everything. They go on your LinkedIn, they see the platforms, what you've been able to achieve, and they're just going to keep seeing content. So what do you think they're going to do? It's going to make them trust you more. because this is all about trust. And this is really the pyramid of how we do this. This is what all people do. Have a look at their LinkedIn now. Look what I see on LinkedIn. These are business leaders. What are they doing? They're putting out content. They've been documenting their content. This is a great example. I don't even need to use me, and then you're just giving out value to people. Share below. This is what it takes. This is what people are doing. These are big CEOs who have learned that they need to be in front of that camera. They need to document. They need to be the face of their business. This is what it takes. This is the consistency I'm talking about. So I think it's very important to highlight. And so that is documented. That content there is documented. And then now it's repurposed into short form content, like you can see there. What you just saw there, short form content. Now that goes on YouTube, it goes on LinkedIn, it goes on Snapchat, it goes on Facebook, it goes on all these different platforms. I always tell a lot of baby boomers, I always tell a lot of business leaders, at the start, this might seem daunting, but you want to focus it on where your audience is the most. Where does your audience live the most? Where is their attention? And you literally need to become obsessed about their attention. You need to become obsessed about where they're going. Where's your audience going? What are they doing with their time? Because when you know what they're doing with their time and you know where they are, you can show up in front of them. It's just like when you're driving and you see, even if you see a McDonald's sign on the billboard, you see it, don't you? What does it make you think of? It makes you want to eat. So imagine if you can create demand for yourself by when your customers are scrolling or they wanting to find that information, because by the time a customer comes to you, they've already done their research. They've already done their information. They've already done it. But you have been the barrier to give them information. So what people do is, I'll give you an example. They Google things, how to be a better entrepreneur, how to make good pizzas, how to dominate in the tech industry. How can I motivate my team? So what comes up when they've searched that are going to be solutions, or it's going to be people who are educating. So now, if you can be the one who's educating, you're educating them consistently. You're educating them. You're there for them. What happens when it comes to implementation, when they need you to take away that problem so much because you're educating them, but they still can't do it themselves. But you're there for them to now implement it. They've just come through a whole funnel because you've put out so much content. So a lot of businesses just rely on word of mouth. Word of mouth is fantastic because that's the best marketing you can do because your value and your product is so good that um, it gets marketed out to more people through word of mouth. Your customers are raving about you. But then you have to add, how can I add on top of that? How can I scale? So now word of mouth scaling is by having social media content because now your referrals, what are they going to do? They're going to be like, look at us on the podcast. This is their podcast. This is their channel. Then now your word of mouth people go and they see all that. So you're scaling word of mouth even higher and increasing your lifetime value by putting out so much content that's hitting that goal, which you scale your business by word of mouth alone. But now through cold referrals, warm referrals, everyone on the timeline, when you're doing this, they're seeing you. So this is what it means that we don't sleep 24 hours a day. This is how leads can come into your business at any hour of the day. You've saved your time. You're in operations, but you have leads, you have eyeballs, you have attention, you have people consuming and learning about you every single day, and you're sleeping. We talked about it at the start. Someone Googled my name, and ChatGPT was so specific in who I am and what I do because we've built the brand. We've done this. We followed these steps. We documented the content. We put that content into micro content, and we distributed it every single day on social media. And we are still doing today. As I'm sitting here in this webinar with you, the content is working. Does anyone have any questions before I move on? And so now, like I said earlier, once you have the pillar content, you can repurpose this content. You can repurpose this pillar content in all these different platforms, all these different verticals. Again, you need to be in front of people's faces. This whole expert is done by Gary V. And it's genius. It's genius. So as we continue to do these webinars, and we have so many amazing people asking questions and having our audience be engaged on how to learn how to grow. We want to get your feedback. We want to get on how we can improve. How can we improve the content? What questions do you have? What do you need to learn? Because this is it, what I'm teaching you. This is it, right? Being able to distribute this all over socials, all over these platforms, and we build that community because it's all about building a community. You you know, in again, we're seeing the statistics and how it's going when it comes to founder-led businesses, and people trust more in the founders. They trust more in the story, and 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 that's the gold. They trust in your story. So this is how you get that content out there to more people. And now you can distribute that. So I can do this video recording here, but now this video recording can go into audio recording. It goes into audio, it becomes a podcast. Let me come back over here. Now I did something the other day. I'll give you a quick story. I wanted to do an article because I do weekly newsletters. I'm even getting to the point where I'm contemplating doing newsletters every day, every second day, because I need to be in front of my audience every single day. So I'm like, do I disturb them on emails? I don't know. I'm thinking about that, but you know, knowing what we know, and knowing how valuable attention is. And when you can give just value without asking, but just giving, you have infinite returns. And that's what this is about. If you want to be there for your customers, post on social media. If you care about your customers, post on social media, show them, educate them, teach them. So I was doing an article because I believe I should be everywhere. You should read me. You should listen to me. You should watch me. I should be everywhere you look. I should be there. Every single place, everywhere, no exceptions. So what I did was I recorded what was in my mind. I recorded it by a Loom video. I said, you know, the thoughts, what we've been doing for clients, what's been working, you know, where the future is going. I recorded that, got the transcript, which is what I said in that video. I got the transcript. Um, then I put it into ChatGPT and said, give me a powerful article that can help me formalize what's in my mind. So it took the transcript and made it into an article. And that's extremely powerful, extremely powerful. And I want you to let that sink in. So you want to be on all verticals every single where. So this is why you don't have an option. This is why you need to do this. This is why 2025 is for the CEOs, for the entrepreneurs, for the creators, for the employees, for the everyday person to know that you have a gift and now you can scale to the whole world. You can create your legacy. You can build that legacy. You can have these streams of income flowing to you because you built intellectual property. You can have that come through because you were focused on your passion, but now all you did was got help to document your passion so other people can see it. Now, when other people can see it, you've scaled from where you were over the long run 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, all because you turned that camera on and you decided that you need to market your vision story. You need to stand out above everyone else because you can be replaced. What's the difference between someone and your competitors? It's your brand. What do people say about you when you're not in the room? Thank you guys so much for being here. If you have any questions, please ask. Um, we usually have amazing settings everywhere. I try to switch up my webinars, so we had a little bit of technical difficulties at the start. Again, you guys heard about my story today, but I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm doing this recording, and this is going to go up on YouTube in front of the world to see, because the world will see when I fail. I will fail in front of the world again and again and again, but I'm vulnerable. It's okay because I'm going to keep showing up. And as long as I keep showing up, everything will be okay. And you can show up now through social media. I wish you the best of luck. If you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, you can connect. For those CEOs who want this implemented, who don't want to have to think about doing this and turning the camera on, you can join our waitlist. We do have a newsletter that I would really love to add you on. So you can scan this QR code, send me a text on LinkedIn, and we'll add you to the newsletter just so you're informed and can see how this works and how it is your biggest opportunity. It's the most important thing you need to do. So get working.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're gonna love that one.